Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS, FANS. Let's get to the news. All right, Falcons fans, settle in because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the biggest rumors of the offseason. We're talking about a potential blockbuster trade involving none other than George Kittle from the San Francisco 49ers. And yes, it's generating a lot of buzz in NFL circles. Diana Rossini, a respected insider, has picked up on some serious chatter that the Falcons might be eyeing Kittle as a key piece to elevate their offense to new heights. Now I know what you're thinking, Kittle, the explosive tight end who's been a nightmare for defenses. That's right. It's a game changer if it happens, and it could reshape the entire NFC South, maybe even give Atlanta a serious shot at contending once again. Let's start by breaking down why this rumor has so many people talking. The 49ers, currently sitting at 4-10, are in a bit of a rebuild mode. Their offense, which has been historically potent, is facing some challenges, especially at tight end. Kittle, despite still being one of the most dynamic TEs in the league, has seen his stats dip a bit this season, but that's mostly due to injuries and team struggles. In 2025, Kittle's numbers are still impressive: 78 receptions, nearly 980 yards, and 9 touchdowns. His yards per catch sit at around 12.6, and he's a top-tier YAC guy with 5.8 yards after catch per reception, ranking among the best tight ends in the league. And don't forget, Kittle's a true mismatch. His ability to dominate in contested catches, with a success rate of around 58%, even after a knee injury sidelined him for 3 games earlier this season. That kind of resilience and explosiveness, it's exactly what Atlanta needs to push their offense over the edge. When you look at his career, Kittle has amassed over 800 yards and 48 touchdowns, with 180 receptions. His blocking is also elite. PFF grades him at 85+ in 90 starts, with a pancake average of about 45 per year. That's a player who can do everything, and that's exactly what the Falcons are looking for. With a new quarterback in Kirk Cousins, Atlanta's offense has been trying to find its groove, especially in the red zone, where they're currently converting touchdowns at around 45%. Adding a player like Kittle would immediately give the Falcons a major upgrade in that area, especially considering the injury to Drake London's knee, which has limited his production. Kittle's presence would not only boost intermediate passes, but also open up the entire field for play-action passes, making life much easier for Cousins and the rest of the offense. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. The 49ers, with odds of plus 18000 to win the Super Bowl, are in a rebuilding phase. They're prioritizing draft picks over retaining multi-tool stars like Kittle, especially with that hefty $26 million cap hit looming. They're focusing on building up their defensive line and other assets that fit their strategic plan, rather than paying big for a tight end who, while still very good, is more of a luxury than a necessity in their current rebuild. The consensus in San Francisco is that they'd target draft picks, perhaps a first-rounder plus a third-rounder from Atlanta, to move Kittle out and free up cap space. That's a significant haul for a player who, despite his age and injuries, remains one of the most versatile tight ends in the league. For the Falcons, this could be a game-changing move. Their offense desperately needs an injection of explosiveness, especially in the red zone, and Kittle's ability to create separation and win contested catches aligns perfectly with their goals. His addition would translate into roughly 150 more yards total, boosting their EPA per target to around plus 0.32. This would give Atlanta a much more dynamic passing attack, allowing Cousins to exploit mismatches and stretch defenses. Kittle's presence would also help mitigate some of the issues with London's knee, giving Atlanta a reliable option in critical moments. Plus, his blocking prowess would improve their run game, opening lanes for Bijan Robinson and Tyler Allgeier, making the Falcons more unpredictable and dangerous. Let's compare this to what they currently have. The tight end room now features Kyle Pitts, who's a matchup nightmare in his own right, but Kittle's proven track record of consistency, combined with his explosiveness, would elevate the entire offense. Statistically, Kittle outperforms many of the TEs in the league when it comes to yards per route, red zone targets, and contested catches. He's the kind of player who can be a catalyst for a team looking to take that next step. Imagine Cousins finding Kittle in traffic, especially in tight spots. Those explosive receptions would open up the field for guys like Drake London and Jonnu Smith, creating a domino effect that's hard for defenses to stop. From a tactical standpoint, bringing Kittle into Atlanta's offense would be like hitting a reset button on their offensive identity. His ability to make big plays in clutch moments, combined with his blocking, makes him a true dual threat. He's a perfect fit for the Falcons' style, versatile, tough, and explosive. Plus, with the NFC South up for grabs, teams like the Falcons need to seize opportunities like this. The division is wide open, and a move like this could lift Atlanta from a good team to a true contender. The Super Bowl odds could jump from +15, 0 to +5, 0 with such a move, especially considering Kittle's proven production and his ability to be a reliable target against tough defenses like the Panthers' coverage, where he could rack up significant yards. Think 230 yards per game in passing. This trade echoes the legacy of Tony Gonzalez in Atlanta, a tight end who defined an era and helped elevate the Falcons to new heights. Kittle, with his multi-dimensional skill set, could do the same for this team. His addition would send a statement. Atlanta is serious about contending, and they're willing to make bold moves to build a powerhouse. It's not just about winning a few games, it's about establishing a dynasty, and a tight end like Kittle could be the missing piece to push this team toward that goal. The NFC South is becoming more competitive, and with Kittle on board, the Falcons could be the team to beat in the division and beyond. Now, I know there are skeptics. Some say the 49ers might be hesitant to part with Kittle because of his talent and leadership. But the numbers and the strategic needs on both sides suggest this could be a win-win. For San Francisco, moving Kittle could free up cap space and add draft capital, helping them rebuild their roster in a way that's sustainable and aligned with their long-term vision. For Atlanta, it's about seizing the moment, making a bold statement to the rest of the league that they're all in on contention. And with the way their offense is trending, especially if they can get Kittle to mesh well with Cousins, the sky's the limit. In summary, this potential trade is more than just a rumor. It's a glimpse into what could be a transformative offseason move for the Falcons. It's about adding a game-changing player at a premium position, strengthening their roster for the stretch run, and positioning themselves as serious contenders in the NFC. Atlanta fans, you should be excited because this kind of move could turn your team into a powerhouse, capable of making a deep playoff run and ultimately chasing that Super Bowl dream once again. Keep your eyes peeled, because if this goes down, the Falcons' future looks brighter than ever, and the NFC South might just see a new king rise. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. Do you think Kittle could be the missing piece? Are you excited about the potential of this move? Or do you think it's just a rumor? Whatever you're thinking, I want to hear it. Remember, this is your team and your voice matters. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. The offseason is heating up, and the Falcons are definitely a team to watch. Let's keep the passion alive, and who knows, maybe we'll be celebrating a new era in Atlanta very soon.